Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Lynn Renee McDonald for Practical Spirituality Live. Today, it's still lit. Today, what I wanted to talk to you about is talking about past lives and how they affect you and what they are and all about them and how they relate to everything in your life if we have enough time to. If we do not have all that time, I want to make sure that I get in the basics. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm burning my table here. All right. I just want to make sure I give you the basics of how things truly work with the law of the universe in regards to past life stuff, okay? Everything that has to do with past past lives, okay? All right. So it's a little bit late. I'm a little groggy and because I'm trying to always burn the candle at both ends, it seems. However, Spirit wants me to talk to you about past lives, because they play a huge role in your life today. All right, all time, all that is, all that exists from love energy, and that is love energy, exists right here in your soul. Okay, and in your soul, you break off of what's called God love energy. Okay, everybody who is in this earth world reality, in this space, in this time. Relevant to everything that is here in your life, okay, and all that is in earth world reality. You break off from love energy that is God to experience you in this reality, you being a single form of God or love energy in this reality. And in that space, you experience a lifetime. Your soul creates that to better itself with God or to better itself with love energy, okay, or love energy that is God, okay? All right, so your soul creates lifetimes, okay? You break off of God at a certain space, you break off of love energy that is God. You're always connected by your connector cords, and your soul creates lifetimes for you to experience yourself separate within being separate from God, but always still being attached from a connector cord that is what I call your intuitive gifts, your intuition, your common sense, your connection, all right, your cord, a cord, so to speak, connection to love energy that is God, which you always have all the time because you are part of that love energy that is God. And the cool thing about earth world reality is that you get to experience yourself separately within one, still being attached on a level that is not as easily seen, let's see, so to speak. In this reality, okay? So you're always connected to God or source or love energy that is God from your higher heart space to the highest space of higher heart or Christ consciousness, love energy that is God. All right, so you're always connected to that. Your soul breaks off, then it starts to create a life, okay? This is the dynamics of law of universe in this particular reality, and actually really in all realities, just different variations of this, all right? This whole God connection and creation is some kind of variation of this, but this is how it works here in this earth world reality, okay? So you break off from love energy that is God. Your soul creates its own experiences to live, still be separate from God, but one with God always. That's that connector cord, all right? So you can live and experience different things as God within your soul and within you, separate, but still one always with love energy that is God. So you can create really neat stuff for you and experience that, okay? That's what each lifetime is. So we go through a whole bunch of different lifetimes. Each lifetime we have different experiences. Sometimes we're kings, sometimes we're queens, we're princes, we're whores, we're prostitutes, we're African Americans, we're Asian, we are in tribes, we are Native Americans, we are heterosexuals, we are gay, we are lesbians, we are, whatever our soul calls in for our best life experience and learning to higher and better ourselves and be the best love energy that we can be within being ourselves separate from God, as well as along with one as God, and as well as simultaneously with the collective consciousness. Complex stuff. But for tonight, I'm going to try to keep it fairly simple in relativity to past life stuff, okay? And your past lives on a personal level. So your soul creates a lifetime. each lifetime it creates, it lives in experiences and collects wonderful good things and magic. Like, let me give you an idea. When you're a king, you may be a king and you understand what it's like to be in power, to have people who love you. Or not love you, depending on the kind of ruler that you were. Were you a good king, a positive, healthy king who wanted to help the people, or were you unwell king who tortured and enslaved the people? Or, you know what I'm saying? So these experiences that your soul creates, from both its love energy, wellness, higher heart space, and its unwellnesses in each lifetime that it has, it puts out here into your reality. Okay, it creates these experiences for you based on prior what you ask God for. When you come in, you pick and choose who you want to be before you even come in here. So when people say to you, oh, or you know, they say to you, oh, well, I don't know how I got this life, or how I got into this life, or I didn't choose this, or I didn't ask to be born. Yeah, you did. You did. Okay. Your soul picked it before it came in to make you the greatest you could be within here, within yourself, and with love energy that is God and all that is God. Okay. So it's about a love energy experience that betters you. Okay. In the healthiest, best way. So your soul calls it in. All right. Your soul calls in whatever it is that you need to have to experience in this reality. And based on how many lifetimes you have, okay, that is where you would pick and choose, your wellnesses and unwellnesses will come out on a subconscious level or conscious level, all right, depending on how many past lifetimes you have and how much stuff you are carrying through a process that the soul creates the lifetime. Then it lives the lifetime. It retains gifts and magic from each lifetime, as well as unwellnesses, all right, and then it processes. And then there's also a processing that your soul has after it crosses back over into what I call you could call it like a heaven or processing, like a dimensional processing phase. So you get into that dimensional processing phase. And as you do that, your soul processes from within itself, its life experiences, it, experiences for emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally, and intellectually in all different ways in your people space, which is all part of your giant soul space, or the soul space, and it processes all of these things, and in that space, then it retains this information that it has somewhere within it, either in its higher heart self, which is in all your magic, is the highest form of love energy that is in your soul, or it retains that in what I call the outer edges of your soul, the outside area of your soul that is along with your higher heart. Your soul creates from your higher heart, pushes stuff out. It creates from all that it is. Your higher heart governs the show always to better you with love, and there's a whole law of universe that is instilled in all of us that is all part of God and the way things work, and it's all based in the highest form of love energy up here. Okay, and it is the process for all things, all time, and all that is, and it is totally governed by the highest vibration of law of universe, which is the law of love energy, which is all that is in its highest form, highest vibe. Okay, and it is and we are connected to that and are part of that always, right? So in this highest vibing space, we retain our greatest life stuff, our gifts, our magic. Whatever gifts you have is in your higher heart self, and you draw upon that from lifetime to lifetime to create in every single lifetime that you have, as well as your soul says it takes a look at the stuff on the outer core or the outside area around your heart, and it says, which is where you store all the unwell stuff that you have. Let's say, habits, patterns, beliefs that don't serve you in any way, shape, or form, or are non-behooving to you. Okay, like not loving yourself in the healthiest, best way. Let's say you just can't stand your neighbors, or you're a bigot, or you can't stand the police, or you don't want to go to jail, or or not that everybody doesn't want to go to jail, but you have a criminal record, or so all of these things are experiences and things, habits, patterns, and beliefs that create in your reality both in this not loving you space, as well as a practical earth world reality space, and in all different ways they create into your life, both the positive and the unwellness that serve you and doesn't serve you from your higher heart and your unwell space in your soul. So now when I say unwell space in your soul, in other words, it's just the unwell stuff. It isn't really an unwell space. It's the stuff that gets stored in there that it behooves one to process out. And the grand design of Law of Universe with love energy is to process it out automatically on a soul level into your reality, okay? Into your reality so that you can heal yourself, okay? You can grow and change and become the greatest you can be from love energy, because as long as you have less than habits and patterns and beliefs, which are what is around the outside of your outside soul, not loving you, not honoring you, unwell habits and patterns in any way, shape, or form, as well as practical earth world stuff, like maybe you have a habit and pattern that picks your nose all the time. I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but, stuff, weirdo stuff like that, that you're like, why do I do that, or, whatever strange thing or unhealthy thing that you may have going on. You may like to scribble on the walls or destroy someone else's property. These are all things, both practical earth world reality stuff, as well as on a soul level, that causes you to do these things that are habits and patterns and beliefs. They all are that, and they cause you to do these things or create these things in some way, shape, or form in whatever lifetime you are in this reality, okay? So as complex as this sounds, it's very simple, and it's all designed by the law of love, how the process works. Once you get the hang of it, you're going to be like, wow, this is incredible, because then you're going to discover that you can remove every single thing that does not behoove you from your soul by working with love energy that is God, okay? So, and this is all part of what I teach, which is law of love universe, that is God, okay? All right? And this is all part of the grand design, the grand plan, all right? Especially for us right here, right now, in this earth world reality, in this time and space, okay? So all of us are designed to do this subconsciously within our soul, and we can either grab the bull by the horns and work with God or love energy consciously, which is what Christ did, which is what I taught, and which I teach, okay, which I teach all the time. It's all part of the grand design, all right? But if nobody tells you again, you don't know, all right? So your soul creates in every single lifetime. It decides what it wants to do before it comes in, picks out everybody in your life, as do you them, they do you as well. You pick each other, okay, for your love, life, energy experiences, learning experience to better yourself, okay, with love, that is God, as well as become the greatest you that you came here to be, and truly live from a space of love and experience things because it's supposed to be great. What causes it to be unwell is when you don't get the message, get the learning, or have that in you, and you don't process well, and you retain stuff that doesn't behoove you, all right, and is unhealthy for you, is then when it causes the unwellness in your life. But without all these lifetime experiences as well of all these different things, we wouldn't know how to be in that highest vibe of love energy and how important that is, or how everything works in the grand design. If we don't experience some really rough stuff sometimes, then how are we going to know when things are positive and healthy and amazing? It's all part of that whole process. And all because something is rough doesn't mean it has to be that way. It's how you process it, how you work with love energy that is God, what you do to change it consciously, but always on a soul level from love, okay? How you can grab the bull by the horns, create your life, change the things that don't work for you. Anything that hurts emotionally, physically, mentally, you ask Spirit to change it. Anything that doesn't feel good, you ask Spirit to change it. Clear, heal, and change all these things in me that no longer serve me, that are unhealthy for me, that cause me to have an unwell life, okay? So these are all the tools that basically Christ employed and taught that are in the law of universe, in which the teachings of what I do today, which are all based from that space of love energy, because I am a love energy teacher. This is what I teach. This is what I do, all based in Christ teachings, okay? So that said, okay, this is the law of universe, and no matter what you believe, this is the way things really work from love, and this is the whole process of things. And if you live in your life and you start to see these things, you will experience all these things that I'm saying, and you're going to be like, wow, it is not what Lynn says, it's what actually happens, how things really, really work, okay? So past lifetimes, okay? This is all part of the process of how you get to lifetimes, how your soul creates them, the things that it holds on to, all right? Each lifetime brings you different gifts and different experiences so that you better grow with love energy that is in you, that is part of God, for you on a soul level, on a singular level, along with all that is God and the collective consciousness, all that is God in all different ways, in all different realities, and all through time, and all that is, right? This is all part of that process, okay? So when your soul comes in, it decides what kind of life it's going to have. Let's say it wants to be a stockbroker, a businessman, a realtor, a spiritual teacher, a tour guide, a hiker, a mountain man, removed from society, living on the streets, a dentist, a doctor, an attorney, a reverend, whatever it is that you choose, and all those are just careers, of course. You may choose different families, interracial families. You may choose, to be a single mom. Whatever it is that your journey is, you picked and chose it before you came in here to experience that. The more you experience all different forms of love, the more you know the highest form of love that exists, and you have an understanding. And you raise your vibration as well, and you have an amazing understanding, and you grow with these gifts of how the love energy works, and then you can live your best life and be the best contributing being to your greatest life, as well as that of all that is, and as well as all that is God or love energy, which is really amazing, okay? And we've all come to experience our own selves as God, as well as the collective God consciousness, and part of that, and be all a part of this amazing love energy that exists. Okay, so all of this said, your past lifetimes, all right, the older the soul, all right, the more lifetimes you have, all right? So, and the more usually unwellnesses and magical gifts you will have as well, okay? I will probably have to make this video part 1 because we're going into so much to just explain how you get to past lives, right? A lot of people say to me, well, you live one time, and I'm like, no, you don't. You live many times if you so choose, okay? You can live one time if you only choose to live one time, okay? It's up to you. All that is love energy in its highest form does not give you restrictions in the same way or anything remotely close to what Earth World does. It does not have restrictions. Unconditional love does not make restrictions. Like, I don't say, I love you, but I can't stand that you're the color black to this lighter, right? Or I don't like the writing on here, and too bad you're fat down here. That's all things that are, unwell, right? Okay, so all of that is stuff that is unwell. All right, unconditional love doesn't do stuff like that. And so love energy that is God creates from that place, and it's to better you. All right. Okay, so back to the past lives. You create your best past lives and your best lifetime. And in this space, each lifetime we have creates wellnesses and unwellnesses. The older the soul, the more of those that you have. Past lives, present life, and future are all, and they are all part of right here, right now, in this moment. So all that is God, that is love energy, and all of your past lives are retained in your soul, as well as the collective consciousness, okay? Because you're always connected to God, because it is a portal for love energy. So you go into your soul. Fascinating stuff. You can do this when you dream. You do this in lifetimes, and you carry all of this stuff with you from lifetime to lifetime. And so your past lives can dictate the hair color that you have, the eye color that you have, right? How lovely your teeth are, your skin color, how tall you are, how heavy you are, where you retain weight, the foods that you like, what you don't like, the culture you're in. All right, all of these things are part of many different things, but one of the things that helps you to manifest these things in this reality is your past life stuff that you retain in your soul, your gifts, right? And as well as your unwellnesses. And they're all created from the portal that is your soul, which is all that is love energy, that is God, okay? So, all right, so we got just started on this first phase of this YouTube for tonight. This is part 1 of talking about past lives, so you get a really good, broad, in-depth understanding of how these things work. All right, and then we'll do more. Hopefully, we'll get part 2 and part 3 out this week, and if not, God will bring them to us when it is best for us. And thank you, God, for all these gifts for us now, please, and the best way for us, and all or something better. So you have a basic idea of how things start, how your soul works, all that love energy works, how it works in your soul, past lives, how they start. And then we're going to talk more and more about them as we go on in the next 2 or 3 segments of this video. I'm not sure exactly how many we're going to have, but this is part 1, talking about past lives and how things work with law of universe and in your soul, so you get a better understanding so that you can create your best life and your best you. Okay. All right. Talk to you in a day or so. Much love. Have a good night.